All right. You know it's a good debate when no one shuts up in the breaks and fights, and that was the case. Now, everybody says, oh, the public's fed up with Washington, and it's very true. But I want to, and I think Andrew found some numbers that shows just how mad the public is. And if you want to know context, and this isn't healthy for this country, okay? I believe no matter what, the worst thing is if any party, including Democrats, got control of everything in terms of every seat here, it would not be good for this country. So you need two strong parties. That said here, when the public loses all faith, we're in real trouble, and they're getting close to it. Andrew, try and put, with some of the examples, just in context, how fed up the public is.
Well, we showed you the all-time record low for Republican Party popularity right now. If you take a look at a polling firm, PPP, asked voters, hey, basically, how do you feel about Congress right now? And their answer was an 8% approval rating. 8% of people approve of Congress, 86% of people disapprove of Congress. That's not going one party or the other. Makes you wonder what the other 6% are thinking. But how unpopular does that make Congress? When asked which people have a higher opinion of, more people have a higher opinion of witches than they do of Congress. More people have a higher opinion of hemorrhoids. Jury duty. Everybody wants to get out of jury duty. It's more popular than Congress is. Who wouldn't have thought this, but more people like dog poop, or at least say they do, than like Congress. And cockroaches, too. You wouldn't want Congress crawling over your kitchen, apparently. Toenail fungus, that gunk from the commercials, more welcome in your shoes than Congress is. So is the IRS of all groups. Higher approval rating than Congress. People like their mothers-in-law more than Congress. They also like the DMV, you know, the place where your day goes to die. They like them more than they like Congress. Or once you leave the DMV, potholes are more popular than Congress. Brooklyn, this one's for you. Hipsters, more popular than Congress. And finally, zombies. Yes. Zombies more popular than Congress.
Surprised vampires didn't show up in there as well. Now,
twerking missed by this much. I swear.
I love Andrew, but that was the most useless 1 minute of my entire life. I mean, I love Andrew, but that was so useless. And it's not to Andrew, but when they run this survey all the time, they don't elect Congress. They elect individual members of Congress. So when congressmen who Andrew and you know that side of the table don't like right now goes home to his district, he's got an 84% approval rating because he's feeding red meat to that district. And that's all that matters.
That's because the districts are so badly gerrymandered. But let's talk about that
because Andrew, Republicans created gerrymandering, right? That's your new book?
No.
I mean, seriously, gerrymandering has been done by everybody.
No.
Okay? We have districts that are outrageous.
It's not healthy for the country. I'm not assigning blame, but thank you for immediately assuming that I would.
You know, Don, for me, though, there's something, listen, the biggest thing, people are screwing this up when these debt limit deniers. They don't get. Technically, yes, we'll be able to make payments on the 17th. We might even be able to make them on the 23rd here. I'm still struggling how we get into November, we keep doing it. But that said, the idiots don't realize you don't control the markets. We've seen what happens. We've seen this movie before.
They realize.
See, I'm not so sure.
They know exactly what they're doing. Two goals. Philosophically, we want to cut the federal budget. So we're going to do it come hell or high water, any term you want to use. And at the same time, we're going to embarrass this president. And with his smoke, there's fire. His numbers are going up, his negatives. Because they are determined. They can't stop him when it comes to the people. The people love this president. So how else do you stop him?
The people love this president.
When he's out on the stump.
Did you look at the last election?
Let's just agree that there's a divided opinion on the president.
What do you get, 52%?
Wait. What Republican can fill up a stadium in Denver? What Republican?
Dominic.
Obama did. What Republican can do it?
Guys, let me just pull it back for a second. That all said, his numbers are going down. But at what cost to the party, Tom? When you got Karl Rove saying, don't do this. Yeah. This is a bad strategy. This is bad politics.
Tom knows
this is bad. What happens? And they know. I mean, you listen to the Lindsey Graham case. God forbid there's a Republican president in there. Do you want the Democrats doing this to him?
No, and that's why I've been all along. I have the argument tonight. I don't think it's a good idea, et cetera. Okay, and I play devil's advocate because of some of the nonsense on the other side. But the American public, they have the attention span, as I've said before, of a 3-year-old. This will be done. It will be forgotten. If you think that we're talking about this in the 2014 election, Forget about it.
Bet your life on it.
Yeah.
Bet your
I
life
disagree.
on it.
Dominic,
I'm
let's,
usually
wait,
with
wait,
you.
wait.
I disagree.
Dominic, let's go back to 2008, okay?
Okay.
Karl Rove hit the nail on the head when he said in the 2008 elections, when he said, we will not be talking about the Iraq war, and we weren't. We were talking about the economy.
But wait, wasn't
If you
Karl
think-
Rove the one that said
he-
that Romney was winning the election?
Dominic,
Is that the same Karl Rove?
Dominic.
Is that the same one?
Dominic.
Is that the same
Dominic,
one that shot himself in both
Dominic,
feet?
what
Is
else?
that-
Dominic.
Are we really going to quote this guy?
Dominic, the facts is the number one issue.
You
in the-
have much more credibility
Dominic,
than Karl
the
Rove
number
does.
one issue in the 2008 election
Yes, sir.
was the economy.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Tom,
So he was right about it. My point is that 2014, we're not talking
But
about
was
this
he right
government
about his
shutdown.
prediction on the election?
No.
He wasn't.
But he was right about that, though.
I'm glad you made the point, because why weren't we talking about the Iraq War in 2008? The economy collapsed. Lehman Brothers, the economy was in free fall. Why is this going to be still on the table in 2014? If your 401k goes down 20%, if the stock market takes such a hit, that it's, keep playing chicken with the debt limit, Tom.
I want you to be right, but
if-
guys, just on a final point,
Then President Obama, when he was then Senator
was
Obama,
Listen,
shouldn't have
if Tom
said we
was in
should
the White
raise the
House,
debt
Richard,
limit.
he wouldn't
He
do this.
shouldn't
He
have
wouldn't
said
do
we
this.
should raise the debt limit.
but here's
The
my
president shouldn't have said it. Harry Reid shouldn't have said it. And the 48 other members of the Senate who voted against raising the debt limit.
Okay, wait,
shouldn't have
guys,
done it.
I'm going to go around the table really quick. I'll ask you the first one, Tom, and then one each for you. Does Boehner, for this thing to end, does he break with the party and put a clean CR on the table? How does this end?
I think it will end this way. They will have a temporary raise of the debt ceiling, and they will have a temporary CR that is short term. That's how it will end for both
Okay.
of them. So the Republicans get to go back and say, we're going to address this immediately, and they move on, and they'll kick the can a couple of yards down, and we'll be back in the same mess again.
Will the president, Dominic, be in a stronger or weaker position when this thing finally gets settled?
I don't know, because I don't know how it ends. I really don't. I think these Republicans, they have the entire country in the position where they want us, and they're going over the cliff.
Want us? Who's us?
All of us. Everybody watching the show
they want
tonight.
us?
You,
Republicans have us.
me, Mike Bruno,
do you think the federal,
Ralph the
do you
TD,
think-
everybody.
Do you think the federal government spends too much money?
Of course it does.
Okay, thank you.
But I don't
That's what
think
we're fighting over.
But, you know,
we're
it's the
Americans.
process, too.
We're
The
Americans, and we
process
don't
to how to
abandon
stop
people.
it. You know, the process. Listen, I'm with you. You got to do something about entitlement reform. I think
Right,
indeed the president wants to do it
Richard,
too. But you don't do it this
When
way.
did the Senate pass a budget?
This year?
Yeah.
After how long?
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
It never matters
You know
to you
what?
as long
You know
as
what?
you
The
get
gov-
to say it
the
doesn't matter now.
government-
4
the
years ago.
government didn't
So
shut
why
down.
didn't you talk about it last year when they didn't pass the budget
Government
for 4
didn't
years?
shut down. The Republicans
You-
didn't shut down
you
the government.
don't-
Listen,
do it
no,
this
listen,
way.
Andrew. No matter what the Democrats do, you'll be happy with it. You'll get the points, and that's it. Because when they didn't pass the budget for 4 years, which is really not beyond irresponsible,
I'm sorry,
Guys,
you'd
I
be
got to
like,
hit a
it's
break
okay.
here. But I got to hit a
calling?
break.
No,
Andrew.
not at all. Not from the Bronx, that's not who I'm calling. Where I'm
That's all.
from.
We both
We're
were
gonna
from
get
the
into
Bronx.
the biggest winner and loser out of this when it's all said and done.
I don't know who the biggest winner is. I think the biggest loser are going to be people's 401ks and people's stock options and their retirement plans.
You like how he did that?
He's
All
right.
When
He's
we
right.
come back here, we're going to turn to New Jersey politics. One Republican who seems to be getting it right, that's Chris Christie. He had a debate last night, and you'll be surprised who the aggressor on the stage was. Right back with that and more.